Welcome back to LEGO Battlebots Season 3. Kicking things off this episode is a battle between two non-spinners, Hammerhead and Biohazard. Now, both of these bots made the round of 16 last season. Biohazard has been overall more successful, making it to the round 16 in Season 1 as well, while Hammerhead only went 2-2. Both bots have very capable weapons. Hammerhead with a very destructive hammer, so I think the only hammer in competition, while Biohazard's lifter has thrown many a bot out of the arena. And both bots suffer from similar ground game issues, due to the design of their wedges. So it's very interesting to see who can take advantage of that. And will Biohazard be able to lift Hammerhead, or Hammerhead be able to scoop up Biohazard? Let's find out what happens down the box. Let the bot battle begin. Hammerhead firing that hammer aggressively early, but Biohazard is able to get underneath and throws Hammerhead out of the arena. That was a very quick fight. Hammerhead being aggressive as usual, and that allowed Biohazard to just slip underneath, pin him to the wall, and lift him out of the arena for a classic Biohazard victory. Next up, we have a match between two sophomore bots, Jackbot and Retrograde. Both bots finished 2-2 last season. Both bots have decent weapons, but both are very unreliable. Jackbot's frame came apart, both of its fights got lose, both of its losses, I mean. While Retrograde also could have durability issues. Now the question is, will Jackbot be able to outlast Retrograde, or will Retrograde manage to use that lifter? Flip Jackbot will break it in half. Let's find out down the arena. Let the bots battle begin. It's Jackbot getting underneath Retrograde to start things off. Retrograde trying to use that lifter, but the way the forks are set up, it does not work. Jackbot gets Retrograde into the screws and now rips off the forks. Jackbot dominating this fight early. Retrograde needs to find a way to answer. That lifter is still intact, which will probably be helpful later on. But Jackbot just slams him into the screws. A great early start for the Vegas bot, as they really slam Retrograde there. And the spinner has come off as well. Retrograde not in a good position to start this fight, as Jackbot just continues to land the attacks, closing in about a minute in on this fight, as Jackbot just completely dominating here. And does a little kind of jab from Retrograde, but doesn't really do anything. But now Retrograde's lifter buries itself in the frame of Jackbot, and this could be a massive opportunity for Controlbot. They get Jackbot in the screws, and it's out of the arena. Jackbot, for nearly the entire fight, dominated, ripping off the forks, ripping off the spinner, and it looked pretty reliable. I mean, both bots looked pretty solid in terms of not dying. Sure, Jackbot was beating Retrograde around, but both bots were able to absorb the hits fairly well, despite the damage inflicted on Retrograde. But all changed when Retrograde got that lifter jammed in Jackbot's frame. They got Jackbot into the screws, and that threw them out of the arena for the victory. Next up, we have Glitch versus the rookie of the Elementals. Glitch has had a fairly decent run in both the seasons he's competed in. It's gone 2-2 in both, but it's just missed the tournament in both seasons. So they're looking to give it another try this time. Hopefully third time's a charm for them. But the Elementals are looking to make that not happen and gain their first win of the official season. The Elementals, probably the most unique bot here. It's a team of 4 different bots, but only one can be in the arena at the time. In their challengers win over Standalone, they chose Lightning, and it worked incredibly well for them, as they never took a ram from Standalone. Standalone never got underneath them. Now, it's going to be very interesting to see which bot that they choose for this fight. Will it be the flipper? Will it be the lifter? Will it be a horizontal spinner? Who knows what's going to happen, and that, whoever gets chosen, is going to change up Glitch's strategy a lot. It's going to obviously influence the Elemental strategy. Let's see who they pick and who will win down the arena. Let the bot battle begin. The elementals have chosen fire for this one, the big overhead horizontal spinner. So far, Glitch seems to be doing pretty well, deflecting fire. Now, there's a decent pop back, but the horizontal spinner, there's a good shot. It's not really either bot taking the advantage right now. Fire is going farther, but how much? Oh! That's a huge shot, ripping off the wedge of Glitch. This fight has just turned in a heartbeat. Glitch needs to find a way to take out Fire now. Now they've lost their wedge, and now they've been flipped on their side. Is Fire gonna try and finish them off to rip them apart? Looks like they will not do so, and they will leave Glitch to be counted out. Give the Elementals their second overall win and their first win of Season 3.
Knockout.
Well, it seemed to be pretty close, and even looked like Glitch was getting the better of the early exchanges. But as time wore on, Fire proved to be the correct choice, as Glitch's wedge was ripped off, and Fire finished the job by flipping Glitch on their side. The unique configuration that the Elementals have, where it's basically 4 different bots, has proved to be very effective so far with 2 knockout wins. Those weren't against the best of opponents. We'll have to see how they fare against more difficult opponents that they will get later on in the season, and especially if they make it to the tournament and want to make a deep run. And for our 4th fight, we see the flipper of Snowfall take on the vertical spinner of Cobalt. Neither bot has really had an incredible career. I mean, both bots have overall losing records, but both bots are coming off their best seasons, making it to both bots made it to the round of 32 last year. However, both bots were completely wiped in the first round by top 4 seeds Hypershock and the other Glitch respectively. Now, both bots also have strengths that really kind of counteract each other. Snowfall has a weak ground game, but Cobalt has a high center of mass, and both bots could really exploit each other's weaknesses and get a good, clean win early in the season. We've seen glimpses of what both these bots can do with some incredible performances, but they're really going to have to prove it here in Season 3 if they want to make a tournament run. Let's see what happens down the arena. Let the bot battle begin. Cobalt getting Snowfall, flipping it over already. Oh, what a shot! Snowfall nearly went out of the arena. Cobalt completely in control here. Snowfall seems stuck, and they're in the pits. What a dominant performance by Cobalt, flipping Snowfall, throwing them into the screws, and then throwing them into the pit. Despite them getting flipped over, Cobalt will be taking the victory, and what a victory it is. For our 5th fight, we have Gingerbread going up against Fusion. Both bots are coming off of that season. I mean, Fusion made it to the round of 32. And Gingerbread, it was his rookie season last season. Of course, it's coming off its best season. But overall, a 3-2 finish for Gingerbread, barely losing to Jade Dragon, and then getting knocked out by Tantrum. Not too bad in the season. While Fusion could have made it to the round of 16 if they had just survived for a little longer against Titan. Both bots don't have incredible weapon power, but some things you might want to keep in note are the wedge durability of Fusion and that wedge durability of Gingerbread, and that horizontal spinner of Fusion. Fusion can rip those wedges off. They can use their decent ground game at their back to completely dominate the fight. But Gingerbread could take a very quick win. It's kind of like flipping that way. It has weak wedges, but it can defeat you very quickly. We'll see if the Cult's leader is apparently Cult Focus bot will be able to take down the Waiachi machine, or vice versa. Let's find out in the arena. Let the bot battle begin. Gingerbread easily deflecting the horizontal spinner. Fusion slams them into the wall there, and nearly slams them into the other corner, but Gingerbread just completely resisting Fusion's horizontal spinner. And now Gingerbread pins Fusion in the corner, gets them up on their side. This is a classic Gingerbread victory, getting it over quick and done easily. Gingerbread will take their first win of the season, as Fusion will fall to 0-1.
Knockout.
that was a dominant performance by Gingerbread. Fusion just could not do anything with that incredibly weak horizontal spinner. Usually you see horizontal spinners doing a ton of being able to do a ton of damage. That just wasn't the case here, and Gingerbread capitalized, taking an easy first win. Next up, we have Deep Six versus Unnecessary Violence, a battle of two incredibly powerful vertical spinners. Deep Six did not do as well as it would hoped to do in Season 2, only going 1 and 3, but they dominated Ripperoni in their challenges match, and became the only bot to defend their place in the competition. Now they face an Unnecessary Violence, which seems to be in decline, going 2 and 2 in Season 2 after making it all the way to the round of 16 in Season 1. Deep Six has a wedge that could get underneath Unnecessary Violence, but it's also very unreliable. So it's a very tough match, but it should be very explosive. Let's see who wins down in the area. Let the bots battle begin. Oh, a little tiny tap between both spinners to start. That's a little bit of an uplift with Deep Six. Has also ripped off a wedge of Unnecessary Violence. And that's right. Oh my goodness, what a shot just happened there. Unnecessary Violence is still okay, but Deep Six showing off its weapon power. Now Unnecessary Violence is the one to get underneath Deep Six here. Deep Six gets flipped over, and they are in big trouble if they can't self-right. Fortunately, they are able to, and are back in this fight. Flip Unnecessary Violence, which could lead to a massive follow-up shot. Look at, oh my goodness! And wow, the pieces of Unnecessary Violence go flying. Oh my goodness, and again, that piece of Unnecessary Violence just vanished. You could hear it bouncing around somewhere, and oh my goodness, Deep Six making a statement here. That weapon is just so powerful. Oh my goodness, and I'm flying again. How is Unnecessary Violence still in one big piece and a lot of smaller? This is, oh my god. UV almost goes out of the arena as Deep Six continues to assert its dominance. Another shot to throw it into the corner. Another shot to flip it one more time. The countdown has started, and finally this fight has come to a close. Deep Six with an incredible performance in their first fight of the season. That was just sheer domination from Deep Six. Unnecessary Violence had a moment where it was in control, where they flipped Deep Six and got them really struggling for a little bit. However, Unnecessary Violence was not able to keep Deep Six flipped for long, and once they got back up, it was the beginning of the end for the custom machine, as Deep Six ripped huge chunks out of it, and one bounced it back into the arena after bouncing off the opposite wall. But that was just an incredible display of weapon power from Deep Six. These are the kinds of fights we expected from Deep Six back in Season 2. And here we get in its first fight in Season 3. Deep Six moves to a very impressive 1-0 as Unnecessary Violence takes the fall. Our penultimate match sees Nightmare take on the former third place Uppercut. Nightmare last season could have made the tournament, but unfortunately they got kind of mauled by Switchback in their last fight. They proved to have a decently okay weapon, but their complete lack of a ground game has just led to loss after loss. Meanwhile, Uppercut, one of the best bots of Season 1, why is that for? But they made it all the way to the semifinals, because they lost Tantrum, but they beat Thunderbolt in the third place playoff, in third place. But in Season 2, they just collapsed, only going 1 and 3, with their only win coming against the mediocre Kraken. We'll see if Uppercut is able to take down some easier opponents in Nightmare. Uppercut was one of the only like 3 1-3 bots to be accepted for this season, so have had a rough start, but they should have some easier matches due to them being in the lowest brackets in the fight card making. So We'll see what happens down in the arena, and which bot will be able to start their return to the tournament. Let the bot battle begin, and Uppercut already flips Nightmare. That was kind of quick. Uppercut trying to right Nightmare to get the fight going, but they only give 2 half-power attempts, and they're backing off.
10,
Uppercut
9,
getting
8,
an easy win in its
7,
first fight of the
6,
season.
5,
I say.
4,
Well, Nightmare
3,
falls to
2, 1, knockout.
Well, that was kind of an anticlimactic fight, but Uppercut got the win and used 1 shot without taking any damage, so that's good for it, I guess. Alright, now it is time for the moment you've been waiting for, the main event, Bloodsport versus Hypershock. Bloodsport climbed out of mediocrity in Season 1 to completely dominate in Season 2, going 6-1. They could have made it to the semifinals if Whiplash hadn't been so lucky, but they have proven to be one of the deadliest spinners in the entire competition, and they're taking on Hypershock, who also climbed out of an even worse hole in Season 1. They didn't even get a 4th fight there, they were so bad, to go all the way to the semifinals and get 4th place. Hypershock proved its durability in its 3rd fight of last season, taking on another incredibly powerful 3D printed spinner in Riptide, going nearly a full 3 minutes. That was vertical express. I don't think they fought a horizontal spinner last season. And so it's very interesting to see if Hypershock can repeat its success against Riptide in this fight, or if Bloodsport will be able to crack Hypershock's supposed durability. We'll see what happens, who goes 1-0 in the main event down in the arena. Let the main event begin. A 1 shot and Hypershock's weapon is gone. Bloodsport not going in easy. They're just straight up knocking out Hypershock's weapon. Already one of Hypershock's various tools has been completely neutralized, and there goes the wedge as well. This is, oh my goodness, Hypershock's face explodes. Oh my god, that's gonna be it. What a dominant performance by Bloodsport. No miracles for Hypershock will save it this time. Bloodsport with a dominant performance. This fight, wow. Bloodsport just destroyed Hypershock completely and utterly. Ripped off the spinner, ripped off the wedge, ripped off the entire front half of the robot. And Bloodsport will be taking a very happy 1-0 with such a clean victory. Meanwhile, Hypershock, all the pieces of it will be wondering what the heck just happened and how do we bounce back from this?